Good morning, students. We're discussing this chapter straight lines, and we already completed up to this general and standard form of the straight line. So today we will talk about the point of intersection of two lines. Okay, and for parallel lines and perpendicular lines, and then angle between two straight lines, and if they are parallel and perpendicular, then what is the condition, and then distance between two lines and a point, and distance between two parallel lines. Okay, so today we will talk about this 4 topics. So let's start with the first topic, that is point of intersection of two lines. Okay, so here I'm taking these 2 equations, that is 2 general equation of lines, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now if we solve this 2 equation, we can easily find the point of intersection of 2 lines. 2 lines are given, you need to find the coordinate of this point P. Right, you already know how to solve the 2 equation, 2 general forms, how to solve it to simultaneous linear equation. So you can use any method, that is substitution method or elimination method or cross multiplication method. You can use any of the method and you can solve it. So here I'm using the cross multiplication method. What is the cross multiplication method? So x by this coefficients, so leave this term, and b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1, b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1, and y by leave the coefficient of y and multiply the other, cross multiply the other, that is c1 a2 minus a1 c2 equals to 1 upon, that is the constant term, 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So from here you can easily find the value of x, which is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b2 b1, and y is c1 a2 minus a1 c2 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so this is the coordinate of this intersecting point of these 2 lines, 1 and 2. So write down the value. You don't need to memorize the formula. You can also use this process, substitution, elimination, cross multiplication, whatever process you want to use, and you can find the value after solving this 2 equation. Okay, you don't always remember this formula, and you don't need to apply the formula for finding the intersecting point. You can also solve these 2 equations and you can find the intersecting point of these 2 lines. Okay, now if these 3 lines are passing through a single point, that is the condition for concurrency of the 3 lines, then what is the condition for it? So take this equation, the general equation of 3 lines, which is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, and a3x plus b3y plus c3 equals to 0. So take these 3 equations. Now, if these 3 lines are passing through a single point, so firstly take this 2 line passing through a point P. Now here it is given this 3rd line also passing through the point P. That means this 3rd line will satisfy this point, this coordinate of P, x and y. Right? So firstly find the coordinate of this intersecting point of these 2 lines, 1 and 2. And this point must lie on the 3rd line. That condition we need to find. So firstly find this point of intersection of 1 and 2. You know, we just solve it. So here I'm using the formula. We're not solving it here again. I'm just using the previous formula we already know. So write down the coordinate of P. Okay, so since the 3rd line is also passing through P, that means this coordinate x and y is satisfy this equation. So put the value in the place of a3 into x. In the place of x, put this value, and in the place of y, put this value. Okay, plus C3 equals to 0. So this is the condition, and let us simplify it. Let us take this LCM. So you will find A3 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1 plus B3 into C1 A2 minus A1 C2 plus C3 into A1 B2 minus A2 B1 equals to 0. So this is the condition for the concurrency of three lines. That is, the three lines are passing through a single point and whose coordinate is given by this. Okay, so this is the condition for concurrency. Now, moving to the next topic, which is the angle between two straight lines when their equations are given. So take these equations of these two lines. A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. Now, if their slopes are M1 and M2, so slope for line 1 is M1 and slope for line 2 is equals to M2. Then what is M1 and M2? So take this equation, first equation, A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0. Now a little bit simplify it. A1x plus B1y is equals to minus C1. And if we again simplify it, just divide the equation by minus C. So you will find x by minus C1 upon A1 plus y by minus C1 upon B1 is equals to 1. Right? Here you need the slope, not the intercept form. So the slope of this equation is given by, sorry, here you need not do this one because you don't need here intercept form, you here need slope form. So the slope of this equation is y is equals to minus A1 by B1 x minus C1 by B1. So the slope is y is equal to mx plus c. So the slope is here minus A1 by B1, right? And for the second one, A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. So from here you can easily find the slope. Y is equals to minus A2 by B2 x minus C2 by B2. So y is equal to mx plus c is the equation for slope intercept form. So slope is here minus A2 by B2. So write down the slope. A1 is minus A1 by B1 and M2 is minus A2 by B2. Now if the slopes are given, then tan theta is what? So the tan theta, if the slopes are given, so M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. So just write down this tan theta in the form of the slope, that is M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Definitely use the mod and just put the value of M1 M2 and simplify it. Just take the LCM and simplify it. You will find the value of the tan theta is mod of A2 B1 minus A1 B2 by A1 A2 plus B1 B2. Okay, so from here you can easily find this theta is equal to tan inverse this. This is the angle between two lines. Okay, whenever we will talk about the angle between two lines, that time two case can arise, two special case can arise if two lines are parallel and if two lines are perpendicular. So the parallel condition and the perpendicular condition, if the line equations are given. So take these two lines, A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. Okay, now if these two lines are parallel, then what? Their slopes will be equal. M1 is equals to M2, right? So if the slope of the first line is M1 and the slope of the second line is M2, then what is M1? M1 is, we already find it, M1 is minus A1 by B1 and M2 is minus A2 by B2. So if they are equal, That means A1 by B1 is equals to A2 by B2, right? So write down the condition. Now look at here. Just take this A2 into this denominator and this B1 into the numerator. So we can write down this value as A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2. Or you can write down that A1 B2 is equals to B1 A2. So this is the condition for two lines are parallel when their equations are given. For the slopes are given, then their slopes will be equal. And if the slopes are not given, the equation are given, the general form is given, then time their ratio of the coefficient of x, A1 by A2, is equals to the ratio of the coefficient of y, B1 by B2. Okay, so this is the condition for parallel lines. Now moving to the condition for perpendicular lines. If two lines are perpendicular, so take this same equation, A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. Now look at here. If the slopes are given, then what is the condition? M1, M2 is equals to minus 1. This is the condition if the slopes of these two lines are given. Right? So in the place of M1, M2, we can easily put the value of M1 and M2. Just find the value of M1, M2 for these two equations and just put the value in this equation. M1, M2 is equal to minus 1. So put it, M1 is what? Minus A1 by B1 and M2 is minus A2 by B2. And just simplify it. So A1, A2 equals to minus of B1, B2 and take this B1, B2 into your left hand side. So A1, A2 plus B1, B2 is equals to 0 is the condition for the perpendicular lines when their equations are given. General equation are given. Okay, so this is the condition. Now, the next topic is the distance formula. That is the distance of a point from a line. So take this axis, x-axis, origin, y-axis. Take any line. Here I am taking the line is, equation of this line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So this is the equation of the line. Clear? So take this point R and take this point Q. Then what is the coordinate of R and Q? That is the intercept form. That is the y-intercept here and the x-intercept here. So transform this equation, general equation, into intercept form. So we can write this one as ax plus by equals to minus c. And ultimately x by minus c upon a plus y by minus c upon b is equals to 1. That is, the coordinate is minus c by a comma 0 and this is 0 comma minus c by b. So minus c by b. Okay, so here I am taking any point P, which is x1, y1. This coordinate is given by x1, y1. Okay, now join this P, R and PQ. Okay, so from this point, we need to find the distance of this line RQ. Distance means always the perpendicular distance. So draw a perpendicular from the point P to the line RQ and name it M. So take this distance D. Now here we need to find this distance D here. Okay. Now how to find this distance? So for a triangle, for this triangle PQR, what is the area? Half into base into height. Right, height is what? PM. So from there you can easily find this value of this PM. right? So write down the equation first and write down its intercept form. So from there you can easily find these 2 points. Now if these 3 points are given of a triangle, you can easily find the area of this triangle, and the area we can write down as half into base into height. So what is RQ? RQ is the distance between these 2 points whose coordinates are given. So from here you can write down PM is equals to 2 into area of this triangle PQR by the distance R and Q. Okay, so look at here. So write down the area formula, use the formula for area of these 3 points given when the vertices of this triangle are given, and the distance between 2 points. Okay, and you can use here mod also, since always this area or the distance is always positive. So look at here, 2 cancel, and take the C by AB common from the numerator, and from the denominator take common C square by AB square. So C by AB into x1 plus by1 plus C, and C by AB, take this C square by A square B square out of the root, so it will be C by AB. Definitely use the mod sign, and root over A square plus B square. Okay, if you simplify it, you will find this one. So C by AB, this term cancel out. So remaining terms are A x1 plus B y1 plus C root over A square plus B square. Okay, so this is the distance formula from this point P x1 y1 to the line x plus by plus C. So write down the formula. So just into this equation of the line, put in the place of x y, just put x1 y1, and the denominator is root over A square plus B square. So this is the formula of the distance of a point P x1 y1 and to the line x plus by plus C equals to 0. Okay, now using this formula, we can easily find the distance between 2 parallel lines. Okay, now let's check how to find this distance between 2 parallel lines. So take this 2 coordinate axis, that is x axis and y axis. Take these 2 parallel lines. Okay, so firstly here I am taking the equation of this one as y is equals to mx plus c1. Next, here I am taking the equation of this y is equals to mx plus c2. Now my question is why I have taken the slope of these 2 lines same. Why I have taken this one? The slope of these 2 lines are same since they are parallel. So for the parallel lines, their slopes are always equal. So here I am taking the slope of this 2 line is m. So y is equal to mx plus c1 is one of the equation, and y is equal to mx plus c2 is another equation. So what is this point? What is the intercept of the line and intersecting point of this line and x-axis, or x-intercept of this line y is equal to mx plus c? So find the intercept form. So you can write down mx minus y is equals to minus c1, and from here you can write down x by minus c1 by m plus y by c1 is equals to 0. So minus c1 by m comma 0 is the point, and the equation is y is equals to mx plus c2. So the point is given and the line is given. So what is the formula? Formula is ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. Now compare these two, x1 y1. In the point of x1 y1 you need to put minus c1 by m comma 0. So put it. So, and in the point of a, So compare this one with mx minus y plus c2 equals to 0. So a is here what? M, b is what? Minus 1, and c is c2. Right? So apply it. So write down this in the place of a, write m, and then x1 is what? Minus c1 by m. Now y1 is 0, so no need to write this term. Then c is c2 by root over a is what? M, and b is what? Minus 1. So if we square it, so 1 plus m square. So now look at it. M cancel, and this is c1 minus c1 plus c2 by root over 1 plus m square. Or you can write down, since mod is there, you can write down c1 minus c2 by root over 1 plus m square. Okay, so this is the distance between two parallel lines where the equation of these two parallel lines are given. Y is equal to mx plus c1, y is equal to mx plus c2, and the point and the distance is mod of c1 minus c2 by root over 1 plus m square. Okay, so this is the distance. Now just understand the formula from where it is coming and how to derive the formulas for distance formula and the angle between lines and this intersecting point. Just go through in it, and in the next class we will discuss the problems depending on these formulas from this exercise problem of NCERT. So till then, practice it, understand the theory portion, so that we can use it in the next class. Okay, so if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.